Tyra, hi, this is Jim Delapine, and I want to give you some feedback on your background. I mean, it's interesting. It's a very interesting photo, actually, but you still need to do some address some issues I had mentioned to you before, and also just be mindful of being on time because those late penalties can be expensive. Okay, so with regards to the background, I don't feel like he's on a surface yet. Because you can see that this whole background is an image taken from above, based on the flowers and the raisins, whatever they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how you can at least like create like a wall in the background, so Fred can, not Fred, but, well, yeah, it is Fred. He can stand out more. So let's see. First of all, let's look at the shadow here. So the shadow is great. What you want to do is put that shadow into multiply mode, right? It's a truer shadow. And then you may want to decrease the opacity a little bit more. Okay, I just brought it down to 46. And so now with the background, let's do this. Notice how I'm selecting the background, okay? What I'm going to do is put a selection around the upper third portion of it, maybe a little bit more or less. And I'll just do something like this, okay? So that'll be our horizon. All right, this will be the wall in the background. Um, what I'm going to do is create an adjustment layer for, let's see, I could either lighten it, darken it, or I could even choose the color if I use saturation. But I'll work with levels and just make it a little lighter. Let's see. See if I make it darker, then you kind of lose the head. So I'll make it lighter. Okay. So there's a Okay, so now you can kind of see that there's a wall there, and we'll leave it at that. This is not the best example, but so anyway, so let's now go to, let's see, maybe we could do something else. I just control clicked on the layer mask, okay, and that put a selection around that white area. So now what I could do is if I go to, let's see, edit, transform, perspective. That might give me something interesting. Oh, actually, no, it's not because, oops, it's got to be on the layer itself. So let me go back here, select the layer or the image. I had the layer mask selected, so let me go to Control key or the layer style selected, and now go to Edit Transform and Perspective. And now let's see what we can get here. So now you get kind of a different look. Okay, it's a different look. It's not true perspective because of these lines in the background, but just to show you something a little different. Okay, what you also need to do, I mean, you need to make it look like these elements here are sticking out of the pineapple. Okay, and what you need to do simply is this: you have the pineapple on this body layer. Note that when I'm in the Move tool and I have Auto Select checked, wherever I click on an item, it goes right to that layer. So that really makes things easy. So I will check this here, the arm, and bring that above the body. All right, and then I'll zoom in. And then with the layer mask active, I'll go to my paintbrush tool and make sure that black is my foreground color. Make sure I have 100% hardness for my paintbrush, and then paint on the layer mask to make it look like it's kind of coming out of there, out of the pineapple. And then to really bring it home, give it a shadow. Okay, with the spatula here, you need to mask out these center points here. All right, to make it transparent or a hole. All right, and do the same thing where you bring that above the pineapple and create a layer mask. Let's see here. On a layer mask, you would make it look like it's sticking out. I not believe I did a video on this before for you. Okay, so you might want to bring this fork down a little bit more, just to. Oh, I see. Yeah, see what's going on here. So with the fork layer, which is the neck, I see you have no layer mask. So we'll create. Actually, you can't. So what we'll need to do is bring this above the pineapple, but that means you. Oh, actually, no, that was no problem. So now you'll create a layer mask, and then go to my paintbrush with black as the foreground color. You'll just kind of do this and make it look like it's sticking into the pineapple better. All right? Okay, so I'll end it there. I hope that helped, and take care.